Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Learn to Play Hearts of Iron 4. So, when we last left off, it's been a couple days for me, but when we last left off, we were engaged in a war on multiple fronts here. So, let's start over here and look at Poland. So, as you can see, we are doing pretty well against them, as, this used to be the border here, um, and now the border's way over here. So, oh yeah, we've still got that issue with the cursor misalignment, which is driving me nuts because there's no fix available yet for this and OBS and all that. But I'm sure we'll sort something out in the future. We've also have a war here with Romania, with Hungary in our faction here. So this war is going slightly less well for us, and I predict that Romania will be able to defeat Hungary if we do not intervene. So my plan on our eastern front here is to attack Poland, defeat them as quickly as we can, which it should be just a few victory points. Yes, they're 88% towards capitulation. Um, they control 38% of their victory points, and they'll capitulate when they have 30% or less. So one or two of these key victory points here, maybe this city, which is worth 5, could even push us over, um, or Danzig if we manage to take that. So Poland is on the brink of collapse, and then we can divert these forces down south and sweep through Romania from the north and defeat them as well. Now, on the other front here, we are dealing with the dastardly French and the Belgians, as the Belgians have joined the war, which put a bit of a kink in our French invasion by sea and air here. Now, if you'll remember at the end of the last episode, Britain decided that they were going to join the fray, which also caused some problems for us, particularly, well, it hasn't, it'll update in just, there we go. Particularly in the air, as British air superiority is absolute currently. 600 fighters, or 600 bombers and 70 fighters, and we have like 35 fighters. And let's not even start on the English Channel where they have 2,000 active enemy fighters. Let's take a look at how many fighters we think they might have in general. Uh, Details between 4,000 and 9,000 fighters. So that's a big range because our intel on them isn't so good. However, that's way more than we have. Like, so many more. So we won't be able to challenge the British in the air for now, and it will be a while before we can. Also at sea. But what we can do is quickly defeat France as fast as possible. As, yes, this is the Belgian theater. We've got 17 divisions attacking one province. So I feel like that's going to go pretty well. And we should be able to sweep through Belgium. And then these 18 divisions in the Anhan theater should be able to pretty quickly push down south and cut off the Maginot line. Now, at no point, I think, are we actually going to fight these troops and try and enter into the state of Alsace. No, that's not the right one. Where's my states map mode? Alsace is this state here that has all of the Maginot line. And at no point are we actually going to attack into there from any direction. Because it's suicide. So we just go around. We also have Japan as a possibility to join our faction. However, since they are currently in a war with the Soviet Union, doing well, but still fighting the Soviet friggin' Union, we're going to leave that be for now. We did get Italy in our faction, I believe. Did we? Yes, I think we did. Yes, they are allied to us and Hungary. So the axis is Italy, Germany, and Hungary right now. So let's unpause and let our troops take some of the actions that they're taking. We have resistance to occupation all over the place. So that is this map mode in this whole region, former Czechoslovakia, and also parts of Poland. Now what we're going to need to do is, do we have any cavalry? Yes, we do. We're going to want to expand this cavalry division because what we want right here is this suppression value. Ability to suppress local resistance. This is going to be our, can I rename this? Yes, I can. Um, this is just the anti-resistance troop. guys. There we go. Anti-resistance guys. And these are low priority for pretty much anything. So we're going to remove that. Remove that. These literally just need suppression. That's it. They're never going to... Okay, let me put it this way. If these guys end up fighting um, against enemy troops, then we are in a bad, bad place. We do want their combat width to be... well, actually, let's make them smaller. They don't have to be that big. That's fine. And we will... Oh, I forgot. Do we have MPs? Yes, we do. Military police, which gives us a bunch more suppression. All right, so now the anti-resistance guys, we're going to train some of those. Set you for Berlin, and then we'll spread them out. Add a bunch of you, maybe 8, 9, 10. 10 for now. And we're getting a low manpower, and Hungary wants to send an expeditionary force because they're idiots. Okay, so this Polish front, have they taken Lwów? No, they haven't. Come on, guys, just push into Danzig and take that for us. Actually, this tank division, it's flying here. Oh, Poland has capitulated. Didn't even have to do a thing. Great news. Okay, so let's pause for a second. Send volunteers from National Spain. Yes. And no, we don't want expeditionary forces because they slow the game down. That's part of some of the slowdowns you're going to be seeing. It's a glitch, or I wouldn't call it a glitch, maybe a bug, an oversight, what have you, with the current build of the game where, let's just delete this, where expeditionary forces, which are basically where countries loan you troops, are currently causing a huge amount of slowdown in the processing of the game. So late game, we see a lot of problems with that. All right, our next round of paratroopers is ready, and okay, this is not good at all. So these guys, no, my Belgians, I'm gonna make you orange. This fly is driving me nuts. I'm gonna make you orange because you're invading Belgium, and oh, orange guys, you are going to advance aggressively because it's really important that these troops not get cut off here. And now there's no way that I can get more troops or by sea or air here now that Britain is in the war because their navy is actively patrolling the English Channel. They have almost certainly very heavy naval supremacy there. And furthermore, their air force, as we discussed earlier, is terrifying. So we may actually, we're going to, oh, we do have a few thousand planes kicking around. Cancel those because we're no longer fighting over in that part of the country, nor are we fighting here. So let's see how many of those we can, all right. These air wings, yeah, destroy you. Not destroy, but, you know, disband. So these fighters will go back into the reserves. Is that... Alright, now we have extra planes in the reserves. Oh, research. Just going to get that real quick. Industry, it's 1940. We're going to get construction, oil. Let's just check our planes. We're doing the planes. Infantry. Improved infantry equipment will just make our troops kill other guys more. Kill better, gooder. Alright. You, let's see if you can... Now, let's see. I'm going to micromanage this front a little bit as they are really dangerously close to cutting us off. I'd really like to not lose Paris. Right. So these planes, as soon as I unpause, these will start replenishing our... Yeah, now we have air superiority here again, sort of. Because we have these 500 fighters, which means all of a sudden we can paratroop... where did I put those paratroopers? These paratroopers. We can paratroop you again, so let's make a new one. Color it red, maybe. New commander, because we've got lots of them. Manstein, I didn't even know I didn't have Manstein assigned. Yeah, you. This theater, these guys, oh, Rommel's on that. And these guys, Ernst is on that. Heinz Guderian is on that. And who's on this 48? Yeah, okay, so, you know what we're going to do? We are going to have Manstein on you, which Fortress Buster is really good, and Trickster is really good. Panzer Leader doesn't do much for us because this paratrooper army has no tanks in it, but that's a-okay. Let's just quickly assign these military factories to something we need, like tanks. We need those pretty badly. And then you paratroopers are going to prepare see this cyan one? That means that that's where the um, the transport planes are, and you're going to paratroop there so that they'll be able to paratroop from there. All right, good. Excellent. Let's speed this up. So they'll paratroop from here and further cut off these French troops as we push into Belgium from all sides. Okay, this is looking pretty good, despite being close to kind of being cut off here. I'm actually going to have you, let's go around and wipe him out if we can. They've taken some land back, but really they don't stand much of a chance here. Like, we just wiped out that division. These paratroopers might not even be necessary. A handful of divisions will be able to take out these supply depleted, desperate French troops that are not very well trained, not very well equipped, not really. I mean, look at how poor their morale is from out of supply, which they almost certainly should be, or very close to it. I don't know if I can see if the enemy's out of supply. We've got good supply here since we've taken some space, but let's just grab this real quick. Tanks, are we up to date on tanks? Yeah, we're up to date on support. Let's grab the next military police since we're already making some anti-resistance guys. Also, I've set these SS and Panzer divisions to only one more, as our manpower is pretty low. Excellent, volunteers have arrived. So, we still only have limited conscription, which I'm going to keep for as long as possible until we really need the manpower. But these guys should be good to go. So jump on that. Landed successfully, and let's just pause here. Offensive line all the way out to there. See, these guys, this is a cavalry division. They're not going to stand a chance. Now, don't get me wrong. Cavalry is and can be very, very effective when fighting a war. For example, in a game I did where I've done a couple of these, where I conquered the United States as Canada, I used almost 50% cavalry in my divisions because they are so darn fast. They're like super cheap motorized infantry. And they were amazing for that purpose. All right, these guys are attacking, taking Dunkirk. How close are the French to surrender? Less than halfway even. So we've still got a bit of a fight to go. But I mean, look at how much land we've taken here. All right. So these 18 guys, no divisions there because they. Oh, that's not a good attack. Let's go around to church. National focus is done. Now, if I recall, last time we were actually doing pretty good on these national focuses. We wanted to do Fate of Greece. Did we want to do War with Greece? I think we actually just wanted Fate of Greece. What was this one? Oh yeah, we can conquer Denmark and Norway, or around Maginot, which we're already at war with Belgium. So we're going to do this one, which will lead to us maybe getting Greece, maybe not, or maybe Bulgaria getting some of Greece. We will see about that. All right, more factories. We need more tanks, and then more of these trucks here. And obviously we need more infantry equipment that's mostly for upgrades. Oh, we're saving. Okay. So, yeah, these paratroopers are about to, yeah, they are really about to kind of sandwich these troops here, these Belgians and these French. And we've connected our lines, which is even better. This is really, really good. So now there's no chance of these troops being out of supply. And these guys are just kind of stuck here. They're not going to move because to abandon their defensive posts and let in the rest of my army would be insane. But they don't have enough troops to hold back my auxiliary force or my, flanking force or whatever you might call it. We're going to set a new offensive line, even more aggressive than the last one. And it's yellow because it doesn't think I have quite enough troops to do it, but the French are so weak that I don't think it matters anyway. And we keep getting all these military factories because we keep taking them from the French. Oh no, our ace was killed. Oh well. Yeah, we keep taking all these cities from the French. We're going to add a second line of fighters. Not that that's going to build anything, but still. And we're desperately low on oil, rubber, and tungsten. So let's just check right now. Can we actually get... Belgium has capitulated. Okay, forget about trade for a second. Great news. Excellent. This is really, really good. So I'm just going to blanket select all these guys right here, and you're just going to attack. Since the meager resistance that the Belgians are going to put up will be just that, meager. Um, Once those pockets are encapsulated, then we can reorganize our paratrooper divisions and our Belgian army divisions. They're not the Belgian army, they're the German army. They're just, earmarked, as it were, for invading Belgium. And these troops will all get wiped out. This is really, really good for us. So now we no longer have to worry about troops tied up here, which means, actually, let's check our Polish front. Or not our, well, a former Polish front, now Hungarian, or Romano-Hungarian. Is that even a thing we can say? No, that's these guys. They were the former Czech, then Polish, then Romanian. So these guys, if I were to set an offensive line like that, he doesn't think that they have enough troops. Large river crossing and division still preparing. So that means we're about evenly matched here. So I'm going to take these paratroopers and just start marching over here. Actually, you can strategic redeploy over here. I hope they weren't fighting a battle or anything. No, I don't think they were. And then we had some other paratroopers elsewhere, but I think those are still serving as general infantry for this line here. Now these Belgians, what line is that? That's Cyan. Yeah, these Belgians are just going to join that. Now Erwin Rommel, you've got too many guys, so let's switch out that general for a field marshal if we have any. Yes, Gunther von Kluge. You will be our new field marshal for this expanded army. And actually, let's just wait for this battle right here to finish. All these guys don't have proper orders, but we can do that as soon as... Oh, naval battle. I hope it was good. Probably bad. Oh, we sank a heavy cruiser at the cost of 25 submarines. That's not so good. Yeah. See what I mean about British naval superiority? Oh, okay, they closed off that pocket. So now 35, division assignment mode, and click you all on this front. So now you guys should all go to where you are most needed. Red guys, paratroopers, all head over there. Okay, available planes in reserves. We can make, let's make another, how many, we have a decent number of fighters. So let's say, let's just set this to 1,000 actually. Set limit. Okay, that should take up most of the rest of our fighters. And let's see, Benelux region, we could use some air superiority since we have some troops operating there. Will they reach from Western Germany? I don't think they will. These guys. Oh, they're still deploying. Oh, they can't. It's too far. Okay, what about southern France? Too far. Okay, well, maybe that was a bad place to make that fighter wing. What about right up here in Westfalen? We want fighters and then reinforce to, no, 600? Yeah, can hold 600. If you go over this limit, it can still operate, but very inefficiently. So that's generally not something you want to do. Okay, so do that. You'll reinforce. All good. Okay. That uses up some more of our fighters. And it never hurts to have a few extra fighters in reserves. We can always use them later. Okay, so now 35. So friendly air superiority is good, but there's a large river crossing. Divisions are still preparing. Those two are less relevant. Division's not in position, though. How many is that? I think that's just one, actually. So despite the fact that it says we shouldn't really do this, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to do it. And that is executing this battle plan. As you can see, we're winning on pretty much every front, except over here, because this is still technically part of the Maginot Line. Yes, it is. So attacking here is going to be idiotic. These guys, yeah, these are more paratroopers. I want you to join the German army. No, I want you over here. In the meantime, Red Army, Army Group Red, you're going to go from there to... Oh, no planes. Oops. All right, where is our transport? Oh, we're almost at 20 minutes. And yeah, we're going to cut this episode off in just a second. But first, we are going to set up another airdrop by making our... this one is right where we are. Putting our transport planes, all of them, right there. They'll be deploying another naval battle. 3 submarines and did very little. Okay. Unread naval convoy. Lost a submarine. Lost a submarine. Yeah. No, these submarines will slowly get sunk, and I know I really should be better with them, but whatever. Is kind of how I feel about it. All right, we'll ignore these guys for now. Actually, we can put you. Yeah, that's kind of our catch-all for now. Is this army? We're going to be in a bit of an interesting position once France capitulates, which should be very shortly, um, and Romania capitulates. In that we will have less to do with our army. Um, well, what's this naval battle all on about? I was just thinking more of my submarines. We will have idle armies, at which point I will actually consider joining Japan's war and going to war with the Soviet Union. Since they are heavily committed in the East, across all fronts here, if we could really help Japan out, we might actually be able to get a pretty good kill on the Soviet Union, kind of take them out. How many? They obviously outnumber us hugely, but their troops are not going to be nearly as good as ours. They've got 282, well, 151 to 282 divisions. And we've got less than that, substantially. Probably around 100. Let's freaking fly. All right. Things are looking well for the Third Reich, the German Empire. Where's the French? For the French capital. These guys, what happens if you just... Oh, no. Yeah, there's British troops now reinforcing them. With these two tank divisions attack there. Paratroopers attack you. I'm going to micro this a bit because I really want to push to take this Brittany region. What is this? 5 victory points, 20 victory points. Taking Brittany over here could push us over the edge to success. And if I can race over to Brest without facing too much resistance, these guys may get cut off. But if they take Brest, it's... Oh, no. That's what I was worried about. They have just a guy sitting there. So now these guys are cut off in a foolhardy attack. However, oh, yeah, I hate it when the AI tends to strategically redeploy your troops into the enemy, which is bad because when, oh, hang on, you got an event. So that was our national focus. So Bulgaria has seen territory that she considered her own handed to Greece after both the Second Balkan War, and the World War, just the World War. If we were if we were to right this wrong, we would bind them to us. However, they are not strong enough to claim it on their own. Are they worthy enough ally for us? Okay, so the two options: let's bind Bulgaria to us. This is probably they get some Greek territory, and they really like us, or Bulgaria gets a negative opinion of us because we don't give them the land. Now, what I'm wondering is this fate of Greece, which probably gives us Greece or someone Greece. We're going to start that. We can start that. How badly do we want Bulgaria? I'm going to say they need to earn our friendship because I don't want to give them Greek land that I might otherwise get myself. And furthermore, they're like small. I could crush them like a toothpick. We got our fighters. Let's get some those tactical bombers. Ships. We're up to down ships. Let's get... Oh, no, we're already on that. Engineering, well, good. 1939. 1940, next level of computers. It's always good to keep up on. So, someone's going to get Greece in 70 days. And find out who that is on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I will see you next time.